Alright, I'm back after a week-long break, I think. As always, I was busy with college, you already know the drill. I feel like I'm saying that in every video now, but it really is taking up my time. And it's kind of hard to keep up, but I'm still going to keep uploading, so don't forget about me. Anyway, this video is a pretty big deal. It's like recent news. I don't think a lot of, or anybody has talked about this yet. So you're clicking on this video expecting images and all that, but I do want to let you know that as of right now, it is speculation. However, it is pretty backed up with some good evidence. So I'm going to get into the details of it and then give my thoughts and then just speculation. So anyway, I do want to give a shout out to Beyblade Galaxy for this information. He did point it out, so big shout out to him. I will post links down below to go check him out. Yeah, just go check him out. He does deserve some love. Anyway, he showed a tweet on Twitter, and you can see it right now, it's all in Japanese. But the main point is that this tweet is posted by a bot. Now this bot posts tweets of every single name that's been trademarked by companies, so they do track Kartomi's names that they trademark. And if you're wondering what a trademark is, it's just like a name that's been copyrighted for a certain product. So for example, a few months ago they trademarked Nightmare Longinus, and a lot of people were like, oh, it's gonna be the new Longinus. So basically this bot keeps track of that, and there's been a lot of names that are potential new Beyblades. And by that I mean like they sound like names that are probably be a Beyblade, but we're not entirely sure yet because Kartomi does have a lot of products. However, recently it's pretty much been confirmed that a lot of names that it mentioned a few months ago that a lot of people thought weren't Beyblades turned out to actually be Beyblades. A few examples are Arc Bahamut, Deep Chaos, and even recently Spriggan Requiem, which has been confirmed by the way. I will be making a video on that in the future. So these names have all been mentioned by this one bot and they all have been confirmed. So it's no surprise that when it mentioned this new name, Winning Valkyrie, I immediately thought, and a lot of people thought, that this is potentially the new evolution for Valkyrie. So you're probably wondering right off the bat, like, what kind of name is this? But you kind of have to think hard because Kartomi already kind of went overkill with the naming. They named it God Valkyrie, so what could top it? And I guess Winning Valkyrie is appropriate. It is really similar to Victory Valkyrie, just slightly, different. But this is more than likely a new evolution for Valkyrie. And it is pretty appropriate because I think the God series is coming to an end, or at least it's near that. I personally have not followed the God anime in a while because, college. But I have heard that it's near the end, or at least getting there. So the way Kartomi does it is that after the season or the anime part ends, then they do take a short break and then they release the new evolution for the Beyblades. So hopefully there is something after Beyblade vs. God, and I think that's what a lot of people are hoping, and this kind of serves as some kind of evidence because Winning Valkyrie does sound like something that a Beyblade would be named, and I'm pretty sure this is exclusive to the Beyblade toy line. So Winning Valkyrie can be assumed to be a evolution of God Valkyrie. Now, the name, like I said, is kind of like but if this can confirm that there is going to be more Beyblades after this, it's going to be pretty awesome. I have heard of other potential new names, which I won't go into detail in this video because, like I said, it's kind of like speculation, but it's also kind of backed up. So it's really just how you want to interpret it. I'm going to interpret it as a new evolution for Valkyrie. And I'm pretty hyped, honestly, because this news drops really early on, and a lot of people often reject it, like, oh, it's not a real name, but then 3 or 4 months down the line, it turns out to be legit. So I'm really crossing my fingers here that it is a legit new Beyblade, and the fact that it's coming out is going to be pretty exciting. I guess I'm going to go into the speculation part of it now. With it being an evolution, or potentially being an evolution, we can expect nothing but new parts, of course. God Valkyrie does emphasize, the spring gimmick, but, I'm thinking Winning Valkyrie might have some other kind of gimmick. Now, I'm not entirely sure yet. It's kind of hard to top off what it already has, but who knows? We might even see more wings, maybe even a more jagged design, or maybe even metal. Now, that's another thing that a lot of people in the community have talked about, is if there is a new series after Beyblade vs. God, will it have more metal? And that's something that a lot of people are looking forward to, but also fearing because with more metal in the layers, that means more weight, and therefore a power creep, so that means new parts more than likely will be OP and will outclass the older stuff. Now this is very, very possible, seeing how Takara did take a same path with 0G. Metal Fight kind of did its own thing, but then 0G was just like overkill with Synchrom. So I can definitely see Takara repeating this, especially because Burst, I feel like, is still really young. It has only been going on for about 3 years now, correct me if I'm wrong. That seems relatively short for a Beyblade series because they have been going on for much longer than that. So if Takara were to take that step, I do believe that winning Valkyrie could have metal in the layer. Now, I'm not sure how much metal, or maybe even the layer being entirely made out of metal. I really doubt that though, but I'm going to expect a good amount of metal in the layer, so it's nice and heavy, but also maybe even more jagged. We have noticed that God Valkyrie has kept that 3-winged design, however it does have the mini wings on the bottom, so who knows, maybe we might even get more wings. I am going to stay with the fact that it's going to be a right spin bay. I don't think it's ever going to change. And then with the discs, I'm not entirely sure what to expect because, you know, we did have frames, and frames were relatively new to the system. However, we do have to keep in mind that Nightmare Longinus does have a special gimmick of its own, in which the disc is fused with the layer. So, could that possibly happen? Possibly, yes. You know, that might even change up a lot of things because that would lessen the amount of parts used in combos. And Nightmare Longinus does make use of that weird gimmick. As weird as it is, it could potentially be the future of Beyblade Burst. Now, I know I might be ruining your hopes and dreams with this, but who knows? We really don't know yet. All we know is that this is a new name for Valkyrie, and it more than likely will be an evolution. But moving on to the driver, oh man, this is tough because I know that Reboots was essentially FD from Metal Fight but plastic. And then it has been revealed that there is a God driver, which is literally FD for Burst. So I really don't know how they can top this off. You know, maybe just something more overkill. I really don't know. Like, if you guys have any ideas of what the driver could be, that would help out a lot. Because as of right now, I'm kind of lost. I really don't know what to expect. I think a Reboot was pretty nice. It just wasn't that good. So maybe even like a rubber tip. Something more aggressive, because I think Valkyrie does definitely deserve that. Or who knows, we might even get a weird gimmick like Variable. Variable was like its own little thing, and then it evolved into Reboot, which was a drastic change, so it could be another drastic change for the driver. Anyway, that's kind of it for this video. It's really just speculation and my overall thoughts. I did want to get this video out right away, even though there's not a lot of information, but I do want to reiterate that this is more than likely a new evolution for Valkyrie, and I'm pretty certain that it is, just because of the fact that this Trademark bot has predicted other Beyblades in the past. So take it as you want it, like I said. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this potential new Valkyrie. You know, we really don't know a lot yet, but there's a lot to speculate and a lot of what could happen. So make sure to comment down below, smash that like button for more updates on Beyblade Burst. I am going to try my best to put out a few more. There is a lot of news that's already been posted, but I do want to give my thoughts on it, so be expecting that within the next few days or so. And also don't forget to subscribe. You know, that makes sure that you stay connected with my channel despite me not uploading that much, but I'm doing my best here, so hopefully you guys can continue to enjoy my content. And with that being said, until next time guys, see ya.